Week 13 of the fantasy basketball season. And here's a few guards I looked at off the wire this week. The first guard, Jordan Hawkins of the New Orleans Pelicans. So Hawkins, he had a breakout game at the Dallas Mavericks. So Hawkins, he's been filling in on and off this season. When Ingram's missed some ball games, and obviously CJ McCollum's been in and out of the lineup this season. On the season, 10.7 points a game, 2.8 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 2.1 threes, and 40% from the field. So Hawkins, we know he's a rookie. We know we haven't seen much out of him early in the season, but the last couple weeks he's definitely getting more opportunities with injuries and just good play for him to go out there and make some plays and put up points. January 7th at the Kings, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, a 3, 55% from the field. January 10th at the Warriors, 14 points, a rebound, 2 assists, 4 threes, 55% from the field. And January 13th, like I mentioned in the breakout game at the Mavs, 34 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 6 threes, 57% from the field. So if you need a three-point shooter, Jordan Hawkins is a guy that's going to rack up the threes. He's scoring the basketball at a good rate and also passer of the basketball as well. I think he's pretty good. So right now, while he's getting opportunity and available in tons of fantasy leagues coming off that huge game at 96%, he's an ad this week. The next guard I look to add is Andrew Nembhard of the Indiana Pacers, and Nembhard's getting more playing time now. Obviously, with the injury to Halliburton, where he's going to be out multiple weeks with a hamstring injury, and luckily it's not for the season with that injury for Halliburton. So on the year for Nembhard, 7.6 points a game, 1.8 rebounds, 4 assists, 48% from the field. In the last couple weeks, the playing time, like I said, has gone up for him, and he's available right now in Nembhard. Is 85% of fantasy leagues. January 10th versus the Wizards, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 12% from the field. January 12th at the Hawks, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 threes, 66% from the field. And January 14th at the Nuggets, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists in that one, and 50% from the field. So right now we'll give you some scoring, a good passer of the basketball. And like I said, with Halliburton out, his minutes are anywhere from 25 to 30-minute range, and he's definitely an ad this week. The next ad, Malik Beasley of the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm surprised Malik Beasley's still out there in 54% of fantasy leagues, where he's a good shooter and one of the better three-point shooters in the league this season. And on the year here for Beasley, 11.6 points a game, 4.1 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 3 threes a game, and 49% from the field. Beasley's going out there, and he's putting up great numbers, and he's a three-point specialist and a decent rebounder at the guard position. January 8th versus the Jazz, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, a block, 5 threes, 50% from the field. January 11th versus the Celtics, 16 points in that one, 4 rebounds, 4 threes, 54% from the field. January 13th versus the Warriors, 11 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, 2 steals, 3 threes, 50% from the field. And January 14th versus the Kings, another nice ball game, 26 points in that one, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 threes, and 70% from the field. So Beasley shooting the basketball at a great clip. Obviously, the main guys are Dame Lillard, Giannis over there, and Chris Middleton, where he's open a lot in the corner, and he create his three-point shooting. So right now, if you need three-point shooting and a decent score or playing 25, 30 minutes a game, Malik Beasley's definitely that guy, and worked an ad this week, available, like I said, in 54% of fantasy leagues. Guard I looked at off the wall is Luke Kennard of the Memphis Grizzlies. So with all the injuries over there, Memphis, Ja Morant out for the season, Desmond Bane banged up with the ankle injury on crutches as well now. And also Derrick Rose, he's been out with a hamstring injury. So Kennard on the season, I know we haven't seen much. He missed a lot of games early in the year. 9.1 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 2.3 threes a game, and 42% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 10 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2.5 threes, 49% from the field. So the last couple seasons, Kennard's been one of the better three-point shooters in the league in terms of obviously percentage and hitting three-point. He's available right now in tons of fantasy leagues at 76%. So the last few games for Kennard, January 9th at Dallas, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, 3 threes, 71% from the field. January 12th versus the Clippers, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 threes, 57% from the field. And January 13th versus the Knicks, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 threes, 46% from the field. So like I said, with all these injuries, especially to main players on this Grizzly team, Kennard's going to get a lot of playing time. He's a good three-point shooter, can rebound at a decent rate as well, and even pass the basketball well. So right now, one of the better ads off the wire this week, and the fifth and final guard I looked at off the wire this week, Vince Williams, of his teammate of the Memphis Grizzlies. So with Ja Morant out for the season, it's been banged up, and Derrick Rose, he's going to be out with the hamstring. Vince Williams, he's getting minutes, and this team, pretty much, they don't have much going. So Vince Williams, a youngster, and he's making the most out of his opportunity the last few games. January 9th at Dallas, 6.6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 2 threes, 25% from the field. January 12th versus the Clippers, 6.3 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 2 threes, 33% from the field. And January 13th versus the Knicks, one of the best games of his career so far in his rookie year. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, a block, a 3, and 38% from the field. So right now, Vince Williams playing great basketball, no doubt about it. He's getting an opportunity, and he's got that nice lefty stroke as well, where he's getting anywhere from 30, 35 minutes per game. So if you need a guy that can give you a few categories, and I know the field goal percentage definitely isn't going to hurt fantasy owners, but besides that, he could rebound, he could score the basketball, he could hit some threes and pass it as well. So he's an ad this week available right now is Williams, still in 68% of fantasy leagues. That's a few guards I looked at off the wire for week 13 of the fantasy basketball season.